Hi there, it's Adrian again. Unit 5, Grade Time 5. This is the fourth video. And in this video, we're going to learn a little bit more about grammar and the concept of necessity. Okay, using the expressions didn't have to, didn't need to, and needn't have. Okay, so what are the differences between these expressions when we refer to necessity? Okay, so let's analyze number 1 first. Look at the examples from the listening and answer the questions, okay? Then complete the rule with didn't have to, didn't need to do, and needn't have done. Okay, so then we have a rule here to be completed. Let's analyze the examples, okay? I didn't need to go to the stadium because I was able to watch it online. So I didn't need to go to the stadium because I was able to watch it live online. And the second question, you didn't have to buy the tickets. I mean, you needn't have done that. Wow, so what is the difference between this and this and this and this? Let's take a look at this question here. In this number 1, I didn't need to go to the stadium because I was able to watch it live online. Number 1, did Matthew go to the stadium? Yes or no? No. So he didn't need to go. So it was not necessary. So he didn't need to go. It was not a necessity for him. So he didn't go. And did Matthew buy 2 tickets? You didn't have to buy the tickets. I mean, you needn't have done that. So he bought the ticket here. Okay? So you needn't have done that. So here in this case, he bought the tickets. So what is the rule here? Let's take a look at this. So when you use didn't need to and needn't have done to talk about the past necessity of actions, there is a small difference, important difference between the structures, okay? So in number 1, didn't need to usually suggests that we didn't do something because it was not necessary. So I didn't go to the doctor. So I didn't go because it was not necessary. So I didn't do it because it was not necessary. But needn't have means we did something, but actually it wasn't necessary. For example, we needn't have cooked all this food. Only 4 people turned up at the party. So we did it. We cooked a lot of food, but it was not necessary because only 4 people turned up at the party. The same happens here, okay? The same happens in this example here in our books. We bought the tickets, okay, but it was not necessary. We did it, but it was not necessary. So that's why we say you needn't have bought the tickets. You needn't have bought them because it was not necessary. So Matthew bought the tickets, but it was not necessary. And in the first one here, we didn't need to go to the stadium. We didn't go because it was not necessary. So using those 2 rules and this information, let's try to complete here. When we use, it means that someone did something, as Matthew, he bought the tickets, but in fact, it wasn't necessary. So when you use needn't have done here, this is number 1. When you use needn't have done, it means that someone did something, but it was not necessary. Matthew bought the tickets, but it was not necessary. When we use didn't need to, this one, didn't need to do, it often means that someone didn't do something because it wasn't necessary, as in number 1. He didn't go to the stadium because it was not necessary, because he watched it live online. Okay? And number 3 is didn't have to, which can have either meaning. It can mean this one, it means that someone did something but in fact it wasn't necessary. And it means that someone didn't do something because it wasn't necessary. So didn't have to means both this and this here. Okay, so if you want to put in rule number 1 didn't have to, you can also include it here and include it here in rule number 2. Okay, now we're going to move on to activity number 2. I'll give you some minutes for you to do it. Now pause the video and do it and play it again for us to correct. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, so did you have time to do it? Before we do, let's revise the rules. Okay, so the rule is this. If we use didn't need to, suggests that we didn't do something because it wasn't necessary. Okay, so we didn't do it. Why? Because it wasn't necessary. And when we use needn't have done, we did something, but actually it wasn't necessary. So the first one, didn't need to, we didn't do it. And the second one, we did it, but it wasn't necessary. Now let's go back to the activity here. Here, Mom cooked a big meal for us, but we'd already eaten. Did she do it? Yeah, she did this. She cooked the meal, but actually it wasn't necessary. So we say that she needn't have cooked because it wasn't necessary. She cooked, but it wasn't necessary. Okay, did you get this one? Mom came and ate with us at the restaurant. So she didn't cook anything because it was necessary. It wasn't necessary. We went to the restaurant to eat. So she didn't need to cook. And she actually didn't cook because she didn't need to. Alright, so this one. I spent forever on my homework last night. So I spent a lot of time doing my homework last night. And now Mr. Peters isn't here to take it. So did I do this? Did I do my homework? Yes, I did last night. But it turns out that it was not necessary. So I needn't have done it. I did it, but actually it wasn't necessary. So these are the questions that you have to ask yourself. Okay, did I do it? Yes, I did, but it wasn't necessary. Then I use I needn't have done. Did I do it? I didn't do it because it was not necessary. Then I use didn't need to. Okay? Number 4. Mr. Peters told us we could choose to do this assignment or not. So if you want to do the homework, we can do. Or if you don't want to do, no, it's not necessary. So, did I do it? No, I didn't, because it was not necessary. So I didn't need to do it. Okay. Number 5. She took her umbrella, but it was a really sunny day. Did I take my umbrella? Yes, I did. But actually, it was not necessary. So I needn't have taken it. Okay. Number 6. The forecast said it was going to be a sunny day. So she left her umbrella at home. Did I take my umbrella? No, I didn't. Because it was not necessary. So I didn't need to take it. Because it was going to be sunny and it was not necessary. So these are the concepts that you have to understand, okay? Then you know how to use didn't have to or needn't have done. Let's check. All of them are correct. Okay, so we still have some activities to be done on workbook page 47. So if you have your workbook with you, go to your workbook to do some other activities about this topic. See you in the next video. Bye!